So if you've seen all the fun with the tournament of stitches with the Mosaic knitting and the Mosaic crochet that Marley Bird is doing on her fantastic website, and you mainly do Tunisian and you want to have in on the fun, well, stick with me for a few minutes. Let me show you how to do Tunisian Mosaic crochet. It is a lot of fun. You can use the exact same charts, so you can go ahead and grab whichever one you rather. The charts on, if you go to her website, they're all free. Either grab the crochet ones or grab the knitting ones. The knitting ones have 42 stitches. The crochet ones have 32. So crochet has 32 stitches. Knitting has 42 stitches. Whichever one you want to try. And you're just going to do it along with what you're doing. Now, there are a couple caveats because the way knitting and crochet regularly are done are obviously different. Tunisian is completely different as well. But that kind of makes it fun. So let me show you the little tips of how to do it. Things that are the same. Every one of these boxes means a stitch. So that's the same. Each row what color you're going to work on is going to be started in the very first stitch. So on mine, the green is always the gray color and the purple is always the white color on what I have going on here. You'll notice that mine has a little dot in the middle and I didn't put it in there. Oops, that's okay. Anyway, the things that are different. So where we differ on crochet and knitting charts, one row on the boxes represents 2 rows, not here. We get it a little bit easier in Tunisian. One full row means one full row. That means all the forward and return. That's one full row. Now, the exciting part for us is all the drama, all the things that you really have to focus in on, all happen on this forward row, how you're picking up your stitches. The way back, you just get to relax. It's fantastic. So you're just going to do regular working off as you go. So how you get started. So let's look at this chart real quick. So you'll notice, on this chart that I'm working from is that, we have 2 rows of our gray stitches, which is for me is green stitches. So that was just, chaining the same amount of the boxes and then putting 1 in each. That's not hard. Then you change your color and do 1 full row of the purple. No problem. Now when we start doing the Tunisian, when we start getting into the Mosaic, is where things are going to change on us a little bit. But that's where all the fun comes in. So let me show you where I am on the chart. So on the chart here is I'm on row 18 of this chart. So let me show you how I'm doing it. You change your color when you get down to your last 2. If you forget, then you fold in your color at the beginning. You're just going to have an extra oops up here. These are going to be color shifted up. Who's going to notice? You're going to put an edging on it and no one will notice. Anyway, but I like to change it when I have 2 loops left on my hook. So now the way we read it is I have my first stitch is already on my hook. So if you look at the chart, that's that gray stitch. Gray means green for us. So we're perfect. The next one shows that it wants to be a purple stitch. But my purple stitch is down here and I'm only working with my green. So for us Tunisianers, that means you have to do a yarn over, which means you're going to be putting a hole there. Go with me. You'll get it. The next one shows that I want a green stitch. But here's the key. Whenever you see 3 stitches stacked on top of each other, that's not just a Tunisian simple stitch. That means we're doing a Tunisian double crochet. If you're looking at your work, the first one is a little bit harder. But when you look at your work, you have a hole. Remember how I put a yarn over here? You're going to end up with a hole. So that means, I don't have any holes on my Tunisian. So we're filling it in. So it's kind of a nice little key. So we have the first yarn over because I'm skipping this stitch because I don't want that. I don't want my green color here. So that means now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another yarn over because now I'm doing a double crochet. Where am I going? I'm going in this skip stitch That is 1 row below. And I'm yarning over, pulling up a loop, then I'm yarning over, pulling through 2. So that's a Tunisian double crochet. Then I just follow the chart. So if you look, it'll show you that I want 2 more green stitches. So I'm just going to do 2 simple stitches. Done. Now it shows it wants a purple stitch, which means I have to do a yarn over. And I'm not going in that stitch. I'm going to skip it. Now I have a hole, or if you're looking at the chart, you'll see 3 gray boxes. So that means I'm going to yarn over again. Now do my Tunisian double crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. So I put a double crochet there. So then I want to do 2 more green stitches. Now it's showing 2 purple stitches. That means 1, 2 yarn overs. So there'll be a bigger hole here. Then it's showing 2 more regular green stitches. Now we have another hole. So we yarn over, insert in the skipped stitch from 1 row below. Now it shows I want to skip this one, so I'm just doing a yarn over. Now I'm doing 2, 1, 2 green stitches, because it shows 2 gray boxes. Look, we got another hole. That means that it's time to yarn over, do a double crochet down below, yarn over, pull through 2. For the very last 2, you'll see how there's a white and a gray box. That means that this one I want it to be purple, and this one I want it to be green. That means I got to yarn over, then insert my hook into the last stitch, pull up a loop. So now we just yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 1, of course, at the end, then yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, all the way across. I want you to do it all the way to the end. Now, in Tunisian, the harder part about figuring this all out is that when you're picking up your stitches, you don't really get to see it until you start your next row. You can kind of see it when you get done here. If you have it all right. So that's the only thing that kind of messes with your brain. You have to kind of look to make sure that you have, I like to take a pause and make sure that it's reading correctly. But otherwise, it's really not that, it's really pretty fun to try. It's a great little brain teaser almost, and super fun. So give it a try. I think you can do fantastic with it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.